ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललितान् श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः। ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नित्यनामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरद्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। गीतं शास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः। गीताध्यायनशीलस्य प्राणाम्या परस्य च नैव शान्तिः पापानि पूर्वजन्म कृतानि च मलिने मूर्छनां पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृत् गीतामृतस्नानं संसारमलनाशनं। गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्ये शास्त्रविस्तरे या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माद् विनिश्रिता परतामृता सर्वस्वं विष्णुभक्ताद् विनिश्रितं। गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दन पार्थो वत्सा सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतन्महत्। एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा। हरे कृष्णा to everyone. Welcome to Krishna Chaitanya channel. So today will be our 22nd day of the Bhagavad Gita series. So it's been a nice day today, like to discuss about this wonderful and beautiful shloka. All the other sources, other shlokas from Bhagavad Gita will be associated with this particular shloka. Not only from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, it has been associated. That much greatness the shloka is. So now let us talk about the agenda. What do we'll start? So first of all, we'll start with the sloka recitation. After that, we'll have a recapitulation, explanation of what this beautiful shloka says. After that, if there any notifications are there, I will say to you. I will notify it to you. So let us start with the first part of the agenda, sloka recitation. Today's shloka, Bhagavad Gita 1.41. So at the first time, I will say you have to repeat after me. At the second time, we'll both continue with it. Shankaro Narakayaiva Sankaro Narakayaiva कुलज्ञानं कुलस्य च कुलज्ञानं कुलस्य च शङ्करो नरकायैव कुलज्ञानां कुलस्य च पतन्ति पितारो ह्येषाम् पतन्ति पितारो ह्येषाम् लुप्तपिण्डोदकक्रिया लुप्तपिण्डोदकक्रिया पतन्ति पितारो ह्येषां लुप्तपिण्डोदकक्रिया. So the second time, let us start. Shankaro narakayaiva kulagnaanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro ह्येषां luptapindodaka kriya. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life, both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performances of offering them food and water are entirely stopped. So this is the meaning for 1.41. So let us understand the essence of the shloka through a purport. All right. According to the rules and regulations of fruitive activities, there is a need to offer periodical food and water to the forefathers of the family. This offering is performed by the worship of Vishnu because eating the remnants of food offered to Vishnu can deliver one from all kinds of sinful reactions. Sometimes the forefathers may be suffering from various types of sinful reactions, and sometimes some of them cannot even acquire a gross material body and are forced to remain in supple bodies as ghosts. Thus, when remnants of prasadam, Bhagavat prasadam food, are offered to the forefathers by descendants, the forefathers are released from ghostly or other kinds of miserable life. Such help rendered to forefathers is a family tradition, and those who are not in devotional life are required to perform such rituals. One who is engaged in the devotional life is not required to perform such actions. Simply by performing devotional service, one can deliver hundreds and thousands of forefathers from all kinds of misery. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.41 that Devashi Bhutapta Nidam Pitrinam Nyaking Karonayam Rinicharajan Sarvatmanaya Sharanam Charanyam Gato Mukundam Parihritya Kattam. Anyone who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda, the giver of liberation, giving up all kinds of obligation, and has taken to the path in all seriousness, owes neither duties nor obligations to the demigods, sages, general living entities, family members, humankind, or forefathers. Such obligations are automatically fulfilled by the performance of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, this is the first part of agenda we had been done. What's the first part of agenda? Sloka and meaning recitation. For extras, we are saying we are hearing the purport recitation also. So now, let us go to the recapitulation part. Now, who is talking in this particular shloka? Arjuna is talking in this particular shloka. So here, Arjuna is saying, Arjuna with his direct compassion, even though you can't see any emotions in the shloka, Arjuna totally, like in the latest shlokas where you see, All the emotions are being given by Sanjaya when Arjuna is there in the Kurukshetra war. So Arjuna, he was his compassion was in a direct compassion. Indirect compassion was something like, oh Krishna, put the Ratha, put my chariot between the two armies so that I can see who are coming and which shastras should I do to them. So that was indirect compassion. But afterwards, when he understands the fighting spirit of the opposite team of the Kauravas, he was shaking. He was physically, mentally, intellectually, whatever you say, he's shaking, quivering. His Gandiva is falling now. Such a big thing is happening here. Then Arjuna starts changing his compassion to direct compassion. Arjuna says different types of reasons of why shouldn't I fight in this particular war? And in that, the cycle of destruction of family is also there. So now I think so, according to me, we are somewhere in the fourth or fifth step of the cycle of destruction of the family. At first, the cycle of the destruction of the family started at Bhagavad Gita 1.31, 1.31, 1.32. All the reasons started, not the cycle. The cycle started from the 39th shloka. The total family tradition gets vanquished, and all the rest of the family gets involved in religion. When we destruct this dynasty called as Kaurava dynasty, this family tradition, and in the 40th shloka it has been said, when a religion is also prominent in the family, the woman of the family becomes polluted, and from the degradation of womanhood comes unwanted progeny. Through the unwanted progeny, all the other men comes who change this total purpose of the family into adultery. And now 1.41 says that when the increase of unwanted population comes, that it causes hellish life both for the family. Every single fraction of a second, a fight happens verbally or physically. And for those who destroy the family tradition also. That's why Arjuna is saying, I don't want to fight in this war. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down. Totally, they'll fall down. Whatever they gave the Varnashrama Dharma to the whole family, which has been which is being serving as the family tradition, by their help, they are falling down because of the performances for offering them food and water are entirely stopped. Let us bring the statement, let us carry out the statement through Prabhupada's purport. Because the performances for offering them food and water are entirely stopped. When we'll understand the purport, Bhaktivedanta purport, written by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, I will give you one question in this particular video. So, according to the rules and regulations of fruitive activities, in a particular period, when you see in a particular homes, at the time of disappearance of of an ancestor, when he leaves the body, that day some people will offer some food and water to the forefathers at the day of the disappearance, at the day where they left their body. Everyone does this because this remnants of food, this prasadam, which has been offered to Vishnu, can deliver one from all kinds of sinful reactions. Some forefathers may suffer from sinful reactions. Some forefathers may be ghosts roaming around somewhere, doesn't have any particular supple body. a gross material body. So they remain as ghosts roaming around here. So ghosts aren't any type of the ghosts like you get frightened of when they shout and they scale like that. So that's the system back in. So when the remnants of prasadam are offered to the forefathers by the descendants, these forefathers are released from the ghostly or other kinds of miserable life. They will give up the ghost occupation and they will take the gross material body. And who are always suffered from sinful reactions, they get released from that. This is a kind of family tradition what we are explaining here. Now, that is for only the persons who are not engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. But what about us? Can we also do the can we also being serving the Lord physically, mentally, and intellectually, going to a temple, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Can we also uh, can we also offer the food and water to our forefathers of the family? That's a family tradition, yes, for sure. No, the answer is no. You don't have any need to offer this periodical food and water to the forefathers of the family. Because simply by performing devotional services, not only one forefather releases from all these sinful reactions and actions or something, or from the ghostly minds, all hundreds and millions and thousands of the forefathers gets released from this. That much strong the devotional services. Just simply by chanting, just simply by reading books, just simply by doing the service, just simply by being in an association of the Lord, just simply by engaging with Krishna's deities, with the deities. There is nothing for you to perform, to offer the food and water. Let they get stopped. If you do the devotional service, you can surely get it. You can surely release your forefathers to all the from all the sinful reactions what they have been suffering from. So now the question is, Arjuna, he is the greatest devotee. He is the greatest devotee. So now, shall he also can do this performing of offering the food and water, even though they're entirely stopped? See, even though they're entirely stopped, Arjuna is doing devotional service of the Lord. Yes. Arjuna is ruling the country, the whole country, due because of the Lord's action. If Lord orders something, he will surely do it. So Lord ordered it, and Arjuna ruled it. Not only Arjuna, Yudhishthir Maharaj and all the other Pandavas, they are ruling under the Lord, under the Lord's order. That's also serving the Lord in a performance, in a particular type of kshatriya manner. So simply do devotional service of the Lord purely by your heart. In Srimad Bhagavatam 7.23, 7.5.23, how can we do the devotional service? Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. Shravanam, hearing the beautiful Bhagavad Katha. Kirtanam, chanting the holy name. Pada Sevanam, serving the Lord. Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, being as a servant of 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 how many servants it be? Of Lord. Atmanivedanam, giving your full heart, purely with your heart, with to Lord. It has been said in Gita Mahatmya 7 also. Let us understand it through, let us see that Gita Mahatmya. Yes. Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam. Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva. Eko Mantras Tasya Namani Yani. Karma Pyekam Tasya Devasya Seva. Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam. You need to read only Bhagavad Gita. And there's nothing others to read. Because it gives the pure teachings of Devaki Putra, who is nothing but Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva. There's only one Lord, one Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is nothing but Sri Krishna himself. Only one mantra. Eko mantras tasya namani yani. Only one mantra is there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Karmapyekam tasya devasya seva. Only doing one duty. Materialistically, you will do all the other duties, but spiritually, doing only one duty. Devotional service onto the supreme worshipable Lord Shri Krishna. Here it has been said in Prabhupada's purport that Devashi Bhutapta and Rinam Pratindam Nakin Karonayam Ranicha Rajan Sarvatmana Ya Sharanam Sharanyam Gato Mukundam Parihatya Kattam. If you do Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Machanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, if you do chanting, we had been discussed this about Prabhupada's ABCDE, in that if you have the best association of the Lord, not a bad association, good association of the Lord. There are so many types of associations also. That if you have good association, if you read books, spiritual books, if you chant Hare Krishna Mantra, if you have a perfect diet, and if you engage with the whole Krishna's deities, they only simply by doing this devotional service, you can eventually send so many hundreds and thousands of forefathers, deliver hundreds and thousands of forefathers from all kinds of misery. So today, what lesson we can learn here? Do devotional service of the Lord purely with your heart and nothing. Just like there is one ad called as Eat 5-star, Do Nothing. Like that, do devotional service of the Lord and nothing. So, this is Bhagavad Gita 1.41. Let us end our session from here with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय. जय जय श्री राधे श्याम.